to another episode of Past, Present, Future on the Venture Season Network. As always, I am your host, Smitty, the guy from Oz. And today we are joined by special guests, Knicks and Ish. You know, we got a Kev in the house, Tea Time, and also one of our VSM family who has not been a part of this panel before, Madknickfan, aka Ebony. She is joining us today, the ever beautiful woman there, and also the usual suspects as well, Trippy OG and my guy Ariel, man, of Retro Gold, Nick and 30 and Retro Gold School in the house. We're lucky and a pleasure to have Knicks and Ish with us today, man. These are some great Knicks content creators, and they've come to join us, and we're going to talk Knicks, man. So before I jump into it, though, I do have a little bit of a tidbit that's been requested to happen, man. I think Trippy's got something to say to someone in the room, man. Go ahead, bro.
I want all the smoke.
Mr. French guy, Mr. Ariel. Hey, buddy. Wasn't you just saying earlier, get Randall off my team? I hate Randall. This guy,
that was me.
That guy, Randall.
That was me.
Now my son, before we pulled up backstage was like, Julius Randle, wait, what the hell is this? Bro, nah, I'm cool.
Yo, I gotta give it to. I gotta listen. If I was the main one bashing.
Let me get the video proof.
Yo, you can listen. You can pull up tweets. You can listen. That was me. I said it. Everybody and Nick and this. I used to go at it with him over Julius. Yep. But guess what? This ain't last year's Julius. This is a new, refined Julius. My man found himself. He's showing the product on the court. He's actually playing defense. I seen that dude locking up Giannis this year, which I thought I would have never seen in my life. And listen, we could bash the guy as much as I bashed the guy because I was the main one. I got to give him credit when he's playing well, when he's actually being a better team player. You know, there's still some things I don't like that he does that I want him to. Switch up a little bit. But for the most part, man, if we could scream out somebody's failures and whisper that accomplishments, I'm not gonna do it to him. That dude is affecting winning. I mean, he's not the only reason we're winning, but yo, the dude stepped up, man. Julius stepped up, baby. You can't be a hater because if you hating Julius still now, yeah, you're just a hater, bro.
Hey, man.
And if you're a Knicks fan doing it, it's even worse.
Because
if you were somewhere else, we would be saying like, yo, we got to get Julius Randle up in here.
Mm-hmm. We call that accountability, man. Appreciate the honesty, man. That's what we're about here, man. Honesty is, as I say, honesty is the best policy, and it's one we believe in. And Ariel is happy to, have some humble pie. He was wrong, and he can admit it. He's a man. So, we appreciate that, man. We're all about that. But that doesn't mean, Tripp's not going to come for you. that's the way it is.
He can pull my card. I was the main one talking about him.
Hey, yeah.
I had to pull my own card, earlier before. But I was like, nah, hold up. Ariel, you ain't say this publicly yet. Hold up. People need it. You show your face now. You gonna say it on camera, bro. On camera, the world gonna see it. He apologized. Boom.
But that's what makes you a good fan. When you listen, when your opinion is wrong, you gotta own up to it, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm owning up that my opinion was wrong. I'm not like some other cats that, the Knicks are gonna be a playing team, but now we're a first round exit. They keep moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
We know, man. We know. Let's take steps. We gotta take steps.
That's it. I appreciate you, man. And on that note, we're going to jump straight into it, guys, man. I'm going to give the guests a chance to say what up to the room quickly, man. Say hi to the viewers, guys, and man, then we're going to jump into it. So, appreciate you.
I bet, yeah. Yo, appreciate y'all for having us first and foremost. You know what I mean? I see all y'all on Knicks Twitter. Yeah, I mean, we converse time to time, and it's finally dope to us to have like this conversation. I appreciate y'all.
Definitely.
I met Trippy before. That's my guy. You feel me? I met him in person. We had a great time. That's my dude right there.
I was saying that myself. I was saying that myself earlier before the show started. And I'm like, man, I met Trippy and it was mad love when we met him. We had a great time over there, man.
Hey man, we appreciate that, and we appreciate the the love you guys show us by coming in the spaces, especially myself. You know, with Brutus, we do the pregame and obviously our regular schedule programming, and obviously Trippy with Ray, man. So we do appreciate the love, and I do catch your post games from time to time. That's why I ask for it sometimes if I haven't seen it pop up, man. And obviously you're part of the Knicks Spaces team with us, and we love and enjoy all those team members, whether opinions match or not. So. It's great to network with people, and obviously, as you know, I'm on the other side of the world, so for me, it's extra special when I get to network with people from New York or just from the US or whatever corner of the world they are that are Knicks fans. So, appreciate that, man, and we're just going to launch straight into it, man. So, as I explained to you, the show is past, present, future. So we're going to jump straight into it, and I'm going to pose the first question to Kev, man, and then I'll figure out who I'm going to go to after that. But so we start with the past, man. This team's had a lot of ups and downs in this season. We've had some winning streaks, we've had losing streaks, and almost off the back of each other. We went 8 games winning, and then we lost 5 straight, in December, January. This team has been hard to gauge. Now let's not forget, obviously, we got a new point guard in this season who is going to have a decent usage rate, and he is meant to be an impact player. So therefore, that makes a big shake-up in a basketball team. Anyone that's played basketball or watched it for long enough understands how that works. But I say it's been hard to gauge, but still I'm going to ask the question, So Kev, man, with all that said, what's your assessment so far of this team? Give us maybe a favorite moment or a game, and your least favorite moment or game, and sort of maybe let us know how that has defined the season so far.
I feel like this is all just a part of the process, the ups and the downs. This just goes to show you the character of this team. The fight that them fighting and trying to keep staying in the games and stuff like that. That's just all a part of the process. But I think my favorite game of this season was the Celtics game. That I think that was a hard-fought victory. To be able to beat one of the best teams in the East. I thought that was pretty dope. And what was the other question you said again?
So I said, obviously, give us your favorite moment in games. So you've said, that the Celtics was one of them. And then maybe let us know how that's defined the season so far for you anyway. What sort of definition that's given to you for this team. As I said, it's hard to gauge, but tie that into what your assessment is. How has that defined this season so far? Is it just a case of, those are the emotions and that's the process? Or is it a case of, this team shows that we still need more, or like quite a lot more, or just a little bit?
I think that we still need more. I think we still need more. I think we still need to fix our bench. But at the moment, for me, in my opinion, I think that we should stay put, and not make any drastic decisions, like any bad trades, et cetera, because things like that only hold you back. So for me personally, I'd rather stay put to where we are right now, and I believe that we could be a playoff team. As a matter of fact, I still think we can win, 45 to 50 games and make a nice little playoff push, and possibly do some good things in the playoffs. Let's see.
Hey man, that's exactly what I was looking for. So I appreciate that answer, man. That's a great take, and now I'm just going to throw the same question to Tea Time, man. But I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I asked, what's your assessment so far? Favorite moments, games, but I'm gonna ask favorite player this season, or a favorite game from a player this season, man. So something that you felt really stood out and either turned the tide for that player or stamped his authority and his spot in this team. Now, look, I know this might be controversial, so don't be afraid to say how you feel, man. At the end of the day,
I'm not. Everybody knows me. Everybody knows who I'm repping. You feel me? I've never wavered since he came to this team. I was high on Julius Randle. It took him a while to get to the place that I knew he could get, but he's almost there. He still has some laps. But if you ask me my favorite game and the defining moment for him, definitely the Celtics game. Everybody, was saying that he never does it against elite teams. What you gonna say now? You know, the guy's averaging 25, 11, and 4. And Knicks fans complain. I don't understand it. You feel me? And I think that's what makes me root for Julius Randle even harder. Knowing the fact that he wanted to be here. Went through that turmoil last year, doubled down on the fact that he wanted to be here for the team and the city. And that's important to me because how many guys just came here for the bag and got their bread and left? You know, like didn't have no real commitment to the team, and seeing that he goes through that and come back and fixing almost everything that we asked him to fix. He fixed his attitude. He's playing better defense. He's passing the ball more. Like he's scoring more efficiently. Like so if you asking me who's my favorite guy, it's easily number 30. You feel me? It's easily 30.
Hey man, I appreciate that, and that's refreshing. You know, I don't think I'm aware, obviously, of your support for Julius through Twitter and stuff, but I don't think I've had the chance in the last 12 or so months to hear someone support him, in that way, man. I actually find it refreshing, and I appreciate it because I'm a fan of Julius. Don't get me wrong, I'm critical of his shortcomings like any other player, but the thing that I've noticed this year is that, especially this season, man, with Knicks Twitter, because the team's been so up and down, is Knicks fans can just never seem to be satisfied. As Ariel said, man, moving of the goalposts, all of a sudden, 1 minute it's this, and then the next minute it's that, and it's always, there's always a but or a yeah, but I see it this way and you don't, and I'm objective and you're not. And it's really, man, it's just boring. It's just starting to get boring. It's getting played out, and it's starting to get, to be honest, man, it's starting to get disrespectful and nasty. People starting to really just turn on each other. So to hear that, man, and to support a guy who's obviously been controversial.
Can we get rid of one word this year, Knicks fans? Just one word: ass shaking. Just stop that.
Yeah, that is wild.
That's the whole game. Ain't you a fan?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, man. There's a lot of these phrases coming out, and while they can be funny, people push them too far and they use them to disrespect people or to clown people. And I'm just not about that personally, to each their own, but it is getting a little bit wild out there. So, I mean, T-Time, man, I appreciate that answer. That's perfect. And as always, man, I like a little bit of difference, man. We love to hear that on here. So I'm going to go straight to Ebony because she's technically a guest for us today. She is part of the VSM family. But Ebony, what's your assessment so far on this team? Favorite moment, favorite game, favorite player, progression? Talk to us. Give us something.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me on, guys. Nice to meet T-Time and Kevin.
It's a pleasure.
Nice to meet you as well.
Eb. Nice to meet you, Eb. I love your takes, by the way.
Thank you. But I like the way the team is going. I've been a Knicks fan since I was about 9. I'm in my mid-30s now, so it's been a journey, and I think we're in the best position I've been since I've been little. We got a lot of different move, so I don't have any beef with the front office when it comes to that. More so, I want them to be more stern with Tibbs. But other than that, I'm cool with the direction where we're working. My favorite player is out for at least a month, and that's Mitchell Robinson. That is my favorite player. Like I've been rocking with Mitch since he a rookie. So that is I like dogs. I like the people that lock in on the other side of the ball. So that was me. My favorite game was the Celtics game, definitely. That was a statement game, and I liked it. I liked we showed out. Right. So cool. Who do I like? I love IQ's development. I'm loving IQ's development. I'm loving. We asked him to get a mid-range. We asked him to get a better layup package. He's done all of that. And on top of that, he's running the team. So he's playing the 1 and the 2 very well. Very, very, very well. So I'm very impressed with his development. And did I answer all the questions? I think that was all
that's perfect. And I'll just touch on that, man. Mitchell Robinson, that's a great player. He's progressed as well this year. He started off a little bit slow, and there's still a little bit of issues. It's some matchups he gets in foul trouble and such, but that's a great guy to to look to. I always love to hear as well when people so we go from tea time, he's supporting Randall, and then we hear someone support a player that's not a star, and that's the stuff I love. And then there's another obviously thing that's getting around on Twitter, which I want to sort of myself say that I'm against. And that's, obviously, yes, we love that players that play for the name on the front, not the name on the back. But, you know, having favorite players is what makes the game that extra bit enjoyable. You know, you watch certain players. We all like certain styles of play. You know, for me, I love a mid-range player. You know, that's why I'm a big fan of Brunson and guys like DeRozan, for instance, and Arna Nick and stuff like that. And I think that's what draws us to basketball, right? It's players. It's not necessarily a team. You know, we might be put onto a team, but, you know, it's the players and stuff, especially when you're kids, right? You're influenced by players. You know, I know I was as a kid, even though I was a Knicks fan, I loved Allen Iverson and stuff like that. You know, we all went through that. We all had players. So, you know, it always gets me when people are like, you know, oh, I don't care about the name on the back. And it's just like, there's a little bit too much misery for me, man. I'm going to enjoy some players and you do you. So I enjoy the name on the back too. Plus, I'm a jersey collector of all teams, so I especially love the name on the back. You know, that's what makes it so special, and that's why I collect other teams, because even as a Knicks fan, you know, it's not the team's jersey I'm collecting, it's that player. You know, and that's
Right.
You know, they're historical players that have for me influenced me and my love for the game. So, but man, I appreciate that, Ebony. We appreciate having you on, and hopefully we can have you again as part of the rolling panel. But now I'm going to go to my two co-hosts and our usual suspects. You know, rapid fire me with this. You know, what's your assessment so far, especially after the recent sort of, you know, two impressive games, and least, you know, favorite or least favorite moment and game or player or you know, progression from a player. So I'm going to just go straight to Trippy first, and then we'll go to Ariel.
Let's see. My favorite game, I think it would just have to be the first game of the season. Like, I thought Cam was locked in, bro. Like, I thought he was locked in, bro. Like, it was like, it's about to happen. It's about to kill a Cam, about to go in, bad, about to go off. But that was my favorite game. We're just gonna leave that in the past. At least I was there to see it. Development wise, I actually like the development of this big three that we have. The mid three is cool to say when you're being funny, but this is our big three. So I like the development between them. I like the development between, you know, with IQ himself, but I just like the development between the whole top six that we have. That found, like, we have like, we could literally say without a doubt we have a starting lineup and a six-man. Now we need to rest.
Right.
That's what I like. And I think this is where it kind of like gets a little bit shaky. I want Tom gone, but I feel like Tom was trying to put emphasis on that. That's why he's doing this 6 versus 10 man bull crap he's doing. I think he's putting emphasis on, we don't need a major key move. We need to fill out this bench, or if we're going to go get that guy, it has to literally be that guy. So if it ain't that guy right now, you need to fix this bench. You know what I'm saying? So I like how that's going out. I just don't like the fact of, bro, you still need to play these players, because this is getting ridiculous. Our players are going to burn out, and then we won't even get to see a good playoff one. And then that's when we really become that first round playoff sweep. And it's like, come on, bro. We had to watch people nag and go crazy about it all day. And it's like, you jinxed us because we watched the coach walk us into do. You feel me? Other than that, we're doing good so far. Surprisingly, yeah. A lot of these young guys are getting burned, but, you know, we'll get into the low who gotta go soon. I know we will. So I'll leave it short and simple. You feel me? I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, you know, you can't end that without somebody gotta go.